This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. You chose to hit play on this podcast today. Smart choice. Progressive loves to help people make smart choices. That's why they offer a tool called Auto Quote Explorer that allows you to compare your Progressive car insurance quote with rates from other companies. So you save time on the research and can enjoy savings when you choose the best rate for you. Give it a try after this episode at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
You just realized your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. Stop struggling to get your job post seen on other job sites. With Indeed sponsored jobs, your post jumps to the top of the page for your relevant candidates, so you can reach the people you want faster. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs posted directly on Indeed have 45% more applications than non-sponsored jobs. Don't wait any longer. Speed up your hiring right now with Indeed. And listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit to get your jobs more visibility at Indeed.com/ARTS. Just go to Indeed.com/ARTS right now and support our show by saying you heard about Indeed on this podcast. Terms and conditions apply. Hiring? Indeed is all you need.
You're listening to Heaving Bosoms, the podcast where two best friends recap romance novels while moaning and encountering surprise triggers. Hey HBs, I hope you're ready for more of The Time Traveler's Wife. Before we get to that though, I have two housekeeping things to talk about. First, this week on our bonus feed, on the Apple Podcast subscription and Patreon, Sabrina is recapping the first half of A Solta Guide by Opal Rain. Those Duskwalkers have us in a chokehold, y'all. Then, this Friday is our monthly watch party. Patrons voted on The Princess Bride, and I couldn't be happier. It's been way too long since I saw that movie. That's this Friday, August 15th at 8 p.m. Eastern. Now it's time for part 2 of The Time Traveler's Wife by Audrey Niffeneggar. Remember, we'll be talking about suicide, gun violence, loss of limbs, cheating, fertility issues, pregnancy, and miscarriage. I cut out the most graphic section, but I still want you to be aware. Here we go.
So, boy, Ingrid, I guess this is something I don't understand, is like,
Okay.
boy, Ingrid hates Henry. What did he, is it just that he broke up with her in a shitty way? I don't remember the end of their relationship. Doesn't he just like, basically, he's like, we're over?
According to Celia, Ingrid thought they were getting married.
Okay.
I think in passing, it was just kind of like...
She was more invested than he was. He
Yes.
was just passing time, and she didn't realize that she was just a useful way to fun way to pass time.
Well, he was a nihilist when they met, you know?
He has always been a nihilist. He is for
he's
the
gonna
whole
be
book.
a nihilist forever.
Yeah. But Ingrid very much thought they were end game. They were going to get married.
Okay.
And then he meets his actual future wife, and he's like, "Hey, deuces, Ingrid, see you later." And she's like, "Wait, what? Excuse me? We've been on again, off again for years at this point. What do you mean you're done with me?" Ingrid is also a deeply disturbed human. And was feeding off of the toxicity and drama of being with a time traveler.
Yeah, okay. That makes more sense then, because I wasn't sure if I just missed some super key thing, because that's what I remembered. I couldn't remember if there was like some gigantic thing, and it's just, okay, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
So Claire actually gets warned by Celia at this concert. Celia is like, you better watch yourself with that guy, because like he's gonna be out and about at all hours of the night. He's going to be in other women's beds. He's going to be like all of these different things, because like, guess what? In this timeline, if somebody younger than 28, if he shows up,
if a Henry who's 26 jumps into the future,
you might see him on dates with other women. You might see him.
Oh,
like,
shit.
There's a very good chance he jumped and went to find Ingrid. Yep. Which would be really mindfucky.
Mm-hmm. Honestly, you want to talk about a reason Ingrid would deserve to be pissed as fuck is if through all of this, young Henrys keep showing up and making her think. Especially because we have already cut HBHQ canon is that Henry does not change. He looks the exact same.
Looks the same every time.
Gummy face. Handsome gummy face.
Who knows if that's a 24-year-old Henry or if that's a 35-year-old Henry?
Nobody can tell.
Yeah, man.
Especially not with shoe polish.
We don't see that in book, but I could absolutely see that happening with just the way that this universe is built. If she has basically been being led on and off, or God, she just holds on to the fact that what she thinks is the love of her life leaves over and over. Like, she knows Endgame is him leaving, but 2 years from now, a young him might show up.
Yeah.
And maybe it'll change something.
Well, isn't that basically what happens with Claire?
That's exactly what happens with Claire.
Yeah.
Except she gets to share the lottery winnings.
Except she does get the end game. Yeah, so, yeah, these are oh my God. These are two sides of the same fucking coin.
Yes.
Yikes.
Oh, that sucks a lot more.
Well, yeah, Gomez is Henry's foil and Ingrid is Claire's foil.
Oh my God, you're right. Fuck.
But if Ingrid wasn't that important to him, because does he travel for longer periods of time in the book? In the movie, there's only one time where he travels for like 2 weeks, but most of the time it's just like in and out, bip bop.
The older he gets, the longer he stays, is stated in book.
Interesting.
Which tracks, because when he's young, he only travels for like 10 minutes, 30 minutes at a time.
Yeah.
And as he gets older, he'll be, and this is why it becomes such a problem, being stuck in negative 50-degree weather for 10 minutes, that's rough, but like you'll survive it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Getting stuck in, like there's a point where he says on the book, Claire asks him, because he shows back up and he's like, help me warm up. And she's like, where have you been? And he's like, I've been living in some dude's stable for a week. Mm-hmm. I landed somewhere in bumfuck Michigan, and the only place I could find and get to before I froze to death was this stable. And the reason I'm bloody right now is because the farmer caught me, and then I was lucky enough to travel back.
Mm-hmm.
That is really interesting, though, because it's not really addressed in the movie, but he's not just a time traveler. He travels time and space.
Yes.
And that is a whole different ball game.
Well, and it brings up the like really philosophical question of the right place, wrong, like right place, wrong time versus wrong place or right place. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I don't
the
need
reverse
to do the
of whatever you just said
diagram
before
of time
that.
and place.
No, please don't.
Just know that it's a Punnett square. Okay.
Don't money launder that time travel on me. Okay.
We are so close
get into the details.
I don't know if you've noticed, but like, I don't know if Kristen's intending to, but we're very carefully not going too deep into all of the ifs, hows, whys, and whens.
Oh, well, because it's all us. Like, time is very much immutable. There's a really, I don't know if it's pretty quote, but it says there's only free will when you are in time in the present. So.
Yeah.
I don't know. He just has this really nihilistic view of time, and you kind of have to with the way that his life is shown.
Right.
Yeah.
So, I'm sorry.
Who cares about the mechanics?
Yes.
That's fair.
I'm sorry. I started this question because if Ingrid is like not that important to him, why would he go find her?
So
Unless he was traveling for like weeks at a time.
So she is one of the only people who knows he time travels when he's young.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
He, like, there are several times where, I don't remember if it happens on page, but it's just, we find out about, it becomes very clear in the last scene involving Ingrid that he just shows up sometimes. Like, I don't think Celia even knows that he time travels because of the way the last scene happens.
Oh.
So it's just kind of like, if you're 24 or 25 and an alcoholic and you've got this woman who is always willing to party with you and have a good time with you
shit.
And kowtow to your needs or whatever, like, and you wind up naked in cold Chicago streets, why wouldn't you go to her apartment that you know is right down the road?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, and also, like, on top of that, you may not know what's going on in her life outside of that, so as far as she's concerned, like, you just show up willy-nilly, and yeah, you do show up willy-nilly. It doesn't matter what else is going on in either of your lives. And it's not really clear when or how she finds out that he... Is it clear? I don't think it's clear how she finds out that he's a time traveler. In the book?
So I have, like, 3.5 hours left of the book, and she... does not explicitly know that he's a time traveler yet on page. In the show, again, it happens in that first meeting with Claire at the apartment. Okay. But in the book, it's still not clear that Ingrid knows.
When I roll through the end of the book for y'all, in that case, we don't find out until that scene.
Yeah.
Shit. Okay, so can we get to their wedding?
Yeah. That's a fun one.
They do a wedding in the movie. He travels away like after he's in his tux, and they're like they're about to start the "Here Comes the Bride" music, and what's his name? Gomez tries to like cover for him. He's like, it's gonna be like 30 minutes, and then he like comes through the window. Eric Bana, Henry does. He comes through the window and he's like, for 5 minutes, it's gonna be fine. So. Then he sees the dad and everybody else before that as regular young Eric Bana.
Mm-hmm. Very importantly, showered and dry.
Mm-hmm. Yeah?
Because when he time travels, he shows up dirty and wet. And he does walk out of that room more messed up than he walked into that room. And he's like, well, we're getting married.
At the wedding?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because he comes back as an older version of himself. And Claire's like, oh my gosh, this is the version of you that, like, I saw in my childhood.
What? That's not, like, peak romance for you, Melody? Shocking.
You know what? Whatever floats your boat, I'm not going to yuck your yum, Claire, okay? Yeah,
I'll yuck a couple of her yums.
She was just early on the daddy train.
Yums, too. Yeah, like...
That's fair.
I will actively yuck a couple of these people's yums. Okay.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, so that's my commentary on the wedding scene. Anything else?
I mean, that's basically it. Like, at one point, he pokes his head out. He is traveling, right? And then he, like, it shows him going into a gas station. And he's like, what day is it? And the guy says the date. And it's his wedding date. And he's like, oh, I'm the version that is actually getting married. I gotta get to the freaking venue because it's like 10 minutes until he's supposed to walk out. And so he like basically hitchhikes his way there and then crawls up through the window because that Henry is like, I know that I'm about to disappear. I know for a fact I'm not the one who marries this woman.
Totally. Because then in the movie, the younger one comes back for the first dance. So she gets to marry, like, both versions of him kind of thing. And she's like, does this make me a bigamist? And he's like...
He comes back right before dinner in the book.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
How do you think all of the people around them who have no idea what's actually going on in the background... Like, we were talking earlier about her father and her brother and how fucked up that would be to be them. But, like, everybody else... How do you just... I don't know that it'd have to be a very important person to me to register that was going on, really. But also, like,
that a 20-year-old version
explained
came back?
All of these things. You know? How do you write that off in your head? What's your explanation there?
I mean, the dad
He's very
in the
handsome
movie,
and looks exactly the same.
Yeah, he's got a handsome gummy face. Like, I don't know what to tell you, Sabrina. No, in the movie, the dad's like, he's got salt and pepper hair. He's got some silver in his hair. What's going on? And then they're just like, my daughter's getting married. Bye. And then they never talk about it again. I don't know.
That's what, in the TV show, they call it shoe polish day. And he puts shoe polish in his hair to cover up the gray.
Fun.
Aww. And
that's very cute.
It's actually really cute because they have a wedding video. And in the wedding video, because like in the show, young Henry time travels to older Claire and they watch the wedding video together of older Henry marrying young Claire.
Cute.
But older Henry like flips off the camera and is like, I fucking hate you to the camera, talking to his younger self.
Oh my
It's
God.
very funny.
Okay. How many episodes is the TV
6.
show?
Only 6. I'm really honestly shocked because I really enjoyed the show. I mean, I really enjoyed the book and the movie too. So I guess that's not shocking for anyone. But I'm kind of shocked that they canceled it because there's still so much more.
It's got a great cast.
It does have a great cast.
Well, especially because, like, even if you hated the book, a lot of people have read the book. You know what I mean? Like, this is not a book that, like, I'm
I really
surprised.
think, I honestly and truly believe it's not a story that can hold up through the Me Too climate.
No.
Yeah.
For sure.
Because, I mean, the grooming is horrific, and they did their best with it. I think, like, with some of the jokes that they have about it, it's like, okay, they're
like, oh, we see what's going on
we
here.
see what's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
But, I mean, it's the nature of the story. You cannot get away from it.
Well, and that is definitely an interest, especially because we're discussing this on a romance podcast, and it was recommended for a romance podcast as a 5-star rec. To be clear, as a romance,
no,
fuck, this isn't even fun problematic. Okay, like this is not like King of Flesh and Bone. Her leg was twisted. Problematic. This is like objective, and that's a good point with the Me Too movement and everything. Like, yeah, that tracks.
No, it does not hold up in 2025. Me experiencing it for the first time now is I'm sure if I had experienced it when I was younger, when our culture was much different, I wouldn't have so many alarm bells going up, but holy fuck balls.
Well, because I didn't remember how problematic this book was until this reread, right? Like, sure. I read it, over a decade ago at this point, and then, you know what this reminds me of is when you and I both read Dark Lover, Mel. Yeah. Like, I had...
Oh, fair.
Except the difference here is I don't need the rose-colored glasses to enjoy it. I am enjoying it as just a work of fiction as opposed to a romance novel, because those are two completely different things, right?
Absolutely.
And so as a romance subplot, rough in 2025. As a fiction novel, interesting. Very interesting.
Very compelling.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Do you ever think about switching insurance companies to see if you could save some cash? Progressive makes it easy. Just drop in some details about yourself and see if you're eligible to save money when you bundle your home and auto policies. The process only takes minutes, and it could mean hundreds more in your pocket. Visit Progressive.com after this episode to see if you could save. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Potential savings will vary. Not available in all states.
You just realized your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. Stop struggling to get your job post seen on other job sites. With Indeed sponsored jobs, your post jumps to the top of the page for your relevant candidates, so you can reach the people you want faster. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs posted directly on Indeed have 45% more applications than non-sponsored jobs. Don't wait any longer. Speed up your hiring right now with Indeed. And listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit to get your jobs more visibility at Indeed.com/ARTS. Just go to Indeed.com/ARTS right now and support our show by saying you heard about Indeed on this podcast. Terms and conditions apply. Hiring? Indeed is all you need.
Oh, this is extremely important. How much did you get about medications and Ben and all of that stuff, Melody?
None.
Okay. So he in the early 2000s, around like 2001, has got a doctor that it is officially a diagnosis. It is something that is beginning to be looked into because of, gene therapy and stuff like that. That's just beginning in the early 2000s. He has a buddy who, I cried like a little bitch about this because he has a buddy in the 90s named Ben who has AIDS.
Oh no.
And at one point in the book, I cried like such a little sobbing baby bitch because Ben is just hanging out. And then he like pauses and he goes, Henry. This is an old version of Henry in the later. And he's like, am I there?
Oh no.
And one of the only times Henry ever breaks his rule and tells somebody whether or not
their future,
whether or not they're alive. Fuck.
He does tell him, he's like, yeah, man, you're fine. We played pool a couple days ago. Like,
he does?
Yeah.
It was really cool.
Oh.
Yeah. So, like, he makes it through the AIDS epidemic and, like, Reagan's bullshit and all of that. Yeah, it's really, like, I was really fucked up about
really
it.
good.
Oh.
But Ben is a drug dealer, a drug maker. He has a lab in his house where he makes drugs. And Henry Henry goes to the future, memorizes the formula for a drug and takes it back to Ben and is like, hey, can you make this for me?
Well, because
I'm trying not to time travel.
At my wedding.
Yeah.
Like, away from the altar. And so he brings this thing back to Ben, and he's trying a bunch of, because at first Ben's like, well, try this drug, okay? Like, give this a shot. He tries it, and he's like, it's not going to work for the wedding. I feel fucking great right now, though. Like, he ends up getting driven back to Claire, and Claire's like, oh, hey, babe. What are you on?
You're so high.
By Gomez takes him back to Claire.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, because Ben has him try that, he's like, before we start experimenting with drugs that don't even exist, let's try this. And then when he does try that medication, and this is the beginning of the second half of the book with medications where he's trying things and like his doctor experiences, because when she gets home one day, he's just convulsing on the kitchen floor because of the medication that came back with him that Ben made.
Oh,
and she calls Ben and she's like, what the fuck did you give him? And Ben's like, oh my God, call the ER right this very second. It's an anti-epileptic like they figured out basically that it's very similar to seizures as far as the way the
energy
brain
bursts.
Yeah. And he goes to the hospital, but this isn't the end of him trying things. Like, we're going to do what we can because he wants to be cured. He wants to just live a normal life for the rest of his life with his wife.
Yeah.
He's still holding out hope that the reason why he hasn't met a Henry older than 42 or 3 is because he managed to cure the time traveling.
Yeah.
Oh.
So there's a lot of like a content warning for miscarriages because this is when we hit all of that.
Oh gosh.
They're married.
Poor thing.
Yeah.
Well, how was it explained in the book? Because in the movie, like, you see a couple happen, and then their hypothesis is that the baby also has dyschromophobia, and it's each fetus is just time traveling out of her womb. And
for like a second at a time.
Yeah, and as a result, she has a miscarriage.
Yeah.
Yes. It's so bad in the book. It's so graphic in the book, Melody.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, no. I'm so sorry.
No, I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay. I'm so glad I didn't read that.
It's horrific.
It's rough. It's one of the worst things I've ever read. I honestly, when I think about Claire, I don't know how Claire keeps going.
How does Claire survive?
Yeah, it's...
As far as all of this is concerned. Like, because they keep trying for years and years and years, and they just keep miscarrying, and it's just their relationship starts struggling, and this is when it becomes
I think it's like
a thing.
seven pregnancies total.
Yeah. And he decides, because she refuses to give up. And so this is really fucked up because an older Henry has come back at one point and talked to this Henry struggling with all of this. Or like he talks to an older Henry, and that older Henry, oh, this is the fucked up thing. Old Henry, Henry fucking...
Oh, she's big mad.
The dickwad, okay? He fucking shows up to Claire because she's on the verge of giving up on trying for a new fucking baby. Over and over and over again. They have decided that they're going to give up. And then an older Henry shows up to this Claire and says, don't give up.
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
So now they are fighting. They're at odds. They're not even having sex anymore because he's like, I don't want to knock you up because you're going to keep miscarrying and you're going to be distraught and die over this at some point. And she's like, but like, we have to keep trying. And the older Henry is like, you can't tell me.
Yeah.
Don't tell me. And she's like, okay, bet. I won't tell you. Because, like, what else is she gonna do? The person who knows that a child exists, he literally looks her dead in her face and says, she's real, or some shit like that. Like, she happens.
Yeah. Oh my God.
And then Henry is so over all of this, he's like, I'm just gonna go get a vasectomy. I'm not gonna tell her. And he goes, he gets the vasectomy, and then we have that first bullshit kiss when she's 15, and then she doesn't tell him why, like all of these things. And when she finds out that he has a vasectomy, she's pissed because then she takes another pregnancy test and she's like, I'm not fucking pregnant. How can this possibly happen? And then that's when the young Henry pops up out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Dicks her down in the bed next to him while their whole relationship is
that makes it even better, honestly.
Well, and he has no idea.
Move. Yeah.
Yeah.
What a fucking power move.
But like, this is one of the things that kills me. And I understand that he can't. This is one of the biggest struggles that I have with this idea, this type of time travel, right? It's one of my favorites. I think it's really interesting to really get into the philosophy of it all. But you are not... What you do affects other people, bro. Yeah. You are just time traveling into these things and interacting with these people and and you're making
active choices.
Well, and he
makes the active choice to give her the list of dates. You know, like he makes the active choice to do a lot of things.
Well, yeah, and it's also, but like, where is he getting that? And like, I understand that, like, he is, as far as I'm concerned, he is the quote unquote villain in this aspect of this book right now. Like, actively the villain, the one who comes back and says, "Don't give up, but don't tell me." Because it leads to just so much grief and So they don't give up.
Does he give a reason for not telling his younger self?
Because he doesn't want to... He refuses to tell his younger self because he doesn't want his younger self making different decisions, I guess, to fuck everything up. Or like it doesn't matter what his younger self does because his bullshit is set in stone.
Oh, because God forbid in the next loop you don't take away your wife's reproductive choices by getting a vasectomy secretly?
Yeah.
Well, and that's the reason I loved that conversation in the movie. Because it really was like you can't... Taking this away from me is cruel. You know? Mm-hmm. And I totally understand his reasoning. And I think in the movie, the reveal of the successful pregnancy is handled way better. Because in the movie, she fucks that younger version in that car.
In a car.
I love that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the day he gets the vasectomy, I'm pretty sure he like goes back and does the kiss on the girl. And then when he comes back, by that time, I'm pretty sure she's fucked that younger self. And so they're having this conversation and he's like, hey, what's going on with you? You're weird lately. And she's like, I'm pregnant. And
that
he's
is
like,
what happens in the book,
oh,
too.
no. Yeah. And she looks at him and she's like, we're not going to have any feelings about this at all. If stress is one of the triggers for time traveling, then like this fetus is going to get the most serene fucking gestation that's ever happened on the planet. We're not getting excited about it. We're not getting upset about it. We're having no feelings about it until the baby is in our arms.
Does he automatically assume that she cheated in the movie?
No.
In the book, he does. He's like, you're fucking pregnant? With who? And she's like, you.
Younger. Yeah, she tells him, and then when she turns around, Rachel McAdams is so good. She turns around and she goes, it's not like I cheated on you. And it's the best. Anyway.
I love that.
So I know, right? So in the movie, he time travels forward, meets Alba, and then time travels back when she is like fixing to pop. She's like, she's like a week away from her delivery date. She's in the bath and her belly is just like, basically above her chin. It's so funny in the movie. But anyway, he brings it up by saying Alba. Because right when he left, they were talking about baby names. And so he says Alba, and then she's like, what are you talking about? And he says her name is Alba.
And she's beautiful.
And so now she knows that, like, even though she's so far into her pregnancy at this point, she can, like, rest assured for the last week or so that she definitely has this baby.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Woof.
they end up doing this. They're both hoping that Alba is not a CBD galley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're wrong.
She super is.
Because as Alba's growing up, older Alba comes back.
Yeah.
And will play with younger Alba. And, like, it's so cute. And then it's distress. So this is the point where I thought that there was, like, an hour left in the book.
Okay.
And this is the point where I started sobbing like a little bitch. And I never really stopped. Because Alba comes back. And this is... Well, so he travels forward. Oh,
and
no.
She says, I missed you.
No, this is important because this has to do with Gomez.
Oh, okay.
This is when she confesses to... Because he makes some comment about, like, I can't, like, it's fucked... He basically says it's kind of fucked up that I spent my whole 20s fucking around and you only know me. And she's like, well, there was this time... And she's been keeping it a secret for so long, for a decade now, practically.
Well, when he comes back from the meadow from her 18th birthday, he has this whole thing where he's like, I've been worried about it the whole time. I've been worried about who you were with during that pause or whatever.
Okay.
But it was me the whole time, like, blah, blah, blah. And she has this moment, this introspective moment where she's like, I feel like I'm in confession. And someone's waiting for me to confess my sins because she did have sex with Gomez.
Okay.
In between.
And explicitly, he was already with Charisse.
But she doesn't tell Henry in that scene. Yeah. Well, I think that's how she met Gomez. Like, I think they meet Gomez together.
Sucks.
Well, and, like, you don't realize it until this really comes out. It's not made clear in the book that Gomez has always been deeply in love. Like, she's endgame. If anyone's endgame, it's her. He doesn't actually really care about Charisse. He is with Charisse.
Is a consolation
That's his wife.
prize?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I think that's the most heinous part. Is like, it makes me
Charisse
so
knows.
fucking sad. Is Charisse has always known. Always. And, like, this is right around the time when Charisse has that this is when we realize, oh, Gomez is more than just a guy that
Best
played
friends.
a part in, like, this is when it really hits home. There's a history here, and it's a fucked up history.
So does Charisse know about the cheating?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
It's not explicitly stated. So when did you stop listening to book, Kristen? Where are you?
So I saw Henry on delivery day, go to meet Alba and he learns when he dies for her, like how old she is when he dies.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's when I started I wasn't okay.
Yeah.
That was really hard.
Actually, no, this is when I stopped. Before Mel and I recorded earlier this week, I was like, I had to stop listening because I realized that I was going to be a sobbing wreck when Mel and I recorded another thing.
Yeah.
You just realized your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. Stop struggling to get your job post seen on other job sites. With Indeed sponsored jobs, your post jumps to the top of the page for your relevant candidates, so you can reach the people you want faster. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs posted directly on Indeed have 45% more applications than non-sponsored jobs. Don't wait any longer. Speed up your hiring right now with Indeed. And listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit to get your jobs more visibility at Indeed.com/ARTS. Just go to Indeed.com/ARTS right now and support our show by saying you heard about Indeed on this podcast. Terms and conditions apply. Hiring? Indeed is all you need.
Do you want to share the story to listener, Kristen? About him traveling forward to meet Alba and finding about his death?
Oh, yeah. I mean, he travels forward. He meets Alba. He sees that she's just this cute little precocious 8-year-old or however old she is. I think she's about 8. On a field trip at a museum. And he's just automatically in love with her. And he asks the teacher if they can have some time together. And the teacher's like,
You're a strange man.
Her dad is dead. I'm so sorry, but you cannot.
You are not an authorized pickup, sir. Okay.
Yeah.
That was so funny to me.
Alba's just there like, no, this is my dad. He's a time traveler like me.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it's really...
Well, and then it's so distressing because, Mel, what happened is we stopped recording and I went and started playing the book again.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
And I called it. I knew it. I was like, I'm glad I stopped the book where I did. Because as Claire is running across the street to him, he can feel it coming. And as he, like, steps for her, he disappears.
Oh my God.
He's like, I love you, and then gone.
Well, and also, it might be in this scene when we find out he died when she was 5. He's been dead for 3 years. She knows him because they time travel together. She knows him because he made her videos on how to pick locks and steal and, like, survive and all of these fucking things.
Yeah.
And then it turns out he refuses to see Claire. Any version of him that knows...
What?
Because he wants her to move on, supposedly. But she's not going to. He's like, I want you to live a life even after I'm gone. But how the fuck are you supposed to do that when 29-year-old you might randomly show up when she's 55?
And when your daughter's talking about, oh, I saw dad today.
That's so mean. That's cruel.
Yeah, I saw dad. We went and hung out at the beach. And, like, bro.
That's cruel.
Mm-hmm.
That's fucked up. And so now not only that, she knows you're dead, but there's a chance that every once in a while...
Yeah.
You'll show up? Oh my God.
That's so messed up.
Well, it's messed up that he refused to see her, because I feel like it would have been easier to move on if they could have seen one another.
Yeah. Like, you don't have to fuck when you see each other.
Can you not just give me a hug?
Yeah.
If anything, I think it's harder to move on by doing that. Like, I feel like he trapped her. Like,
yes.
I legitimately...
This is a story about a man who holds a woman hostage her whole life.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because she got no closure.
No.
None. Well, especially because, okay, so we learned that all of these things, he's dead, and we have seen the scene at this point from multiple different versions.
Yes.
Where he dies. And all of those things. Because this is how he gets frostbite and loses his feet, right? He traveled.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, they're both gone. Isn't it? Like one version of him has traveled back and he's hiding in bushes when he hears a rustle and he's like, oh fuck, that's me. And then bang. And then they're looking down at him. He's hiding in bushes. He heard himself cry out for Claire. And then he's just stuck there because they end up taking Claire inside. Claire doesn't know he's there. And so she doesn't bring him clothes. She doesn't help him into the house. He ends up getting frostbitten. And when he appears back, he's dying. And they rush him to the hospital. And they end up, he's passed out from like pain meds. They do what they can to save his feet. And they can't, so they amputate them. And when he wakes up and realizes what has happened, he's like,
that was a death sentence.
That was a death sentence because guess what? The version of himself that gets shot, you can't run with no feet.
Yeah.
So it's not like he could have realized what was coming and gotten
Like
out of that bush.
The best he could do is just like hit the deck, you know?
Yeah.
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 And even then, that's not a guarantee. Wait, so does he have prosthetics for the rest of the...
Doesn't matter. He has a wheelchair, but when he time travels...
Yeah, but when he time travels, he has nothing.
Oh God, he wouldn't be able to bring the prosthetics with him when he traveled.
He has a tooth pulled because even fillings fall out. Like, it's all gone. Anything that is not a part of his DNA is gone when he time travels.
So in this show, they foreshadow it in a really cool way. In one of the scenes, they're like having sex on the floor, like cuddling post-sex on the floor. And she sees a little tooth in a cup. And she's like, why do you just have teeth in your cup? He's like, it's a baby tooth. Because every part of him travels. And he's like, it'll go away in a little bit. And it does. It just disappears from the cup. And he's like, oh, there you go. It's back under my pillow as a kid.
Every part of him.
Every part of it. So like his baby teeth, when he lost them, they would time travel.
No.
It's not
At
just
one
to
point,
him, it's
he
his
opens
DNA.
it opens the bathroom door and there's just a pile of blood on the floor. And that's his blood from when he dies. And then he's like, in another scene, he's walking down the streets of Chicago and down an alley. There's just 2 frozen feet, not attached to his body.
He also starts
wild.
having really awful nightmares, and they're described like we said earlier. This book doesn't hold punches. All of the awful dreams that she has during her miscarriages and he has after his feet are gone, they're so graphically described.
There's no way I would have been able to make it through this book.
Yeah. So then we're going to zippy-zap forward to actual timeline. He has met the doctor. And the way that this happens was rough because he walks into this doctor's office and he's because the doctor is a geneticist and he's like, hey, I need to talk to you because I'm a time traveler. And the guy's like, well, in his head,
story,
the
bro.
guy's like, what psychologists do I know?
Yeah, absolutely.
And then he's like, I knew that you weren't going to believe me. I know that your wife is pregnant. Do not open this letter until after the baby is born. So
weird, dude. Weird.
Well, so he leaves. And then he comes back a couple of months later and walks in, and this dude is changed. He is devastated. Apparently the kid has some kind of, because the test that came back saying that he was having a son and all of the information about his kid was accidentally switched, and the kid has some kind of genetic something.
He has Down syndrome.
Oh, okay.
I didn't register that he had Down syndrome when I was reading the book.
Yeah.
That makes some of the conversations they have even more fucked up.
It's very wild. Because he asked them, he's like, well, would it have changed anything? And the doctor goes, well, no, me and my wife are both Catholic, so probably not. And it's like, oh my God.
You would get rid of your baby over that?
But that's what his business is at the time, because he does testing for genetic anomaly or genetic.
Yeah. So
what is it?
So wait, the
gene theory and all of that jazz.
Yeah.
No, I know. So the envelope that he gives him is like, your baby came out, surprise.
The name, the weight, length, date,
and
time.
Down syndrome.
And
the fact
syndrome.
that the baby has Down syndrome. Okay.
Yeah. And like, how else could he have possibly known that? He got given that
Totally.
envelope. I can't believe that man waited to open that envelope.
Well, in the book, it even says he imagines that he opened it right away and saw it and was like, no way. We were told we were having a girl, all this kind of stuff. And then when his child was born,
they have this talk. The guy's like, get the fuck out. You've ruined my life. Because he's just putting his anger on something over this whole situation.
Oh.
And he's like, okay. He's like, I guess this isn't the time. That this is a good example of, like, earlier when
right place, wrong time.
Yeah. And he's like, I guess this is it. And then he leaves, and as he's walking across the street back to Claire, he disappears.
Mm-hmm.
The guy witnesses it outside of his window, comes downstairs, goes to Claire, and he's like, what the fuck just happened? And she's like, he said he was a time traveler.
He went to a different time, bro.
And then, like, 5 minutes later, he shows back up, and she's like, hey, here's your clothes. And so he puts it on because it was only 5 minutes here, but it was...
Yeah.
He was gone for, like, a week and a half. She was like, where were you? And he's like, oh, you know, I was just frolicking around in fucking somewhere. Michigan. And the guy's like, okay, let's hit it. I'm gonna use the grant that I have for gene stuff. We're gonna figure your stuff out. This is when they start doing testing on his brain.
God. So in the movie, they get rid of all of that, like, reproductive baggage again. Because in the movie, all he says
that was
is,
hey, best choice for the movie.
By the way. In the movie, he says, hey, you know that grant? Have you applied for it yet? And he's like, how could you know about that? And he's like, you get it. And that's how he proves that he's a time traveler. And then he gets
what a
dumped.
lame way to prove that.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Like, you could have given him lottery numbers.
Sure, right? You fuck. How come you haven't made every single person in your life rich?
There are scenes that's super cute when he goes to visit Kimmy, because, like, he ends up seeing Kimmy a lot in his time travel. He'll just, like, randomly show up, and sometimes it's a little...
Kimmy's not in the book, in the movie, or the show, but Kimmy is his dad's landlord. And,
the Korean lady?
The stereotypically...
Yeah, the badly portrayed Korean lady. Oh, wow. Oh, no. So sorry. In the movie, the way that it's confirmed for the guy is he's doing, like, MRI testing on him or something like that, and he disappears from the machine. So he's like, oh, cool. I guess I'm just going to sit here until he gets back.
So Book is sleep steady. While he's sleep steadying. They watch his brainwaves and all of that jazz. No, it's super cute, though. At one point, he's talking to Kimmy, and it's clear he just does this regularly. He's like, hey, Kimmy, tomorrow you should go to the stock market and invest. It's going to look like an apple with a bite out of it. Yeah. And she's like, okay. Sounds good. Great.
Yes.
So
smart.
He also finds out, we forgot to say this and it just killed me, because I don't know if this happens in the movie, but in the book, when he meets Alba, he finds out that she is a prodigy violinist and that his dad has basically come out of all of his grief and alcoholism because of it to teach her again.
Yeah.
And, like, I was fine.
No, I know.
I was fine.
All of it. Yeah, between, like, the reproductive triggers, which admittedly were not that bad in the movie, in my humble opinion, and then the dead dad coming back idea, you know, and then thinking about, like, your dead spouse coming back and all of that, I was a little bit wrecked by this movie.
Fair.
I don't know.
Fair.
Yeah.
So this is the point where we see a lot of back and forth. He's trying all of these medications. They're trying all of these different things. And it becomes this thing where it's a fight between him and Claire, because it turns out they've reached the end. There's nothing else that they can do for him. He's too old for gene therapy. And so there's no fixes. And Claire's like, we need to save, like, Alba. She can do whatever she wants when she's 18, but we'll deal with it until then. And he's like, he ends up going against her wishes because he goes and gets blood taken for her, because he's like, you're not listening. If we don't start now, it's too late. And it's this whole argument that they have back and forth. And I mean, I guess it's never explicitly stated, but it looks like he's right. They kind of, like, she is at a point where she can sometimes choose when and where she's going.
Yeah.
Which is how she gets to him.
And sometimes she can stop it or delay it.
Yes. And not always, but sometimes. And there's this one scene that happens. Oh, we're not quite there yet. So we see all of these happening, and he's realized it's too late for him. And he has also, every time he sees older Alba come to visit, it's a secret. He's like, you can't tell her that I'm not there when you're this age.
That is so much fucking responsibility and bullshit to put on your kid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Like, just deal with your adult feelings.
Well, and I think that the idea from where he's coming from, to be fair, is like she's going to be distraught, knowing that we only have 3 years left instead of, it's like, it's that whole question of like, do you want to know when you die? You know, like, would you rather know or would you rather not know, kind of? It's that whole philosophical, would you rather know you have 1 day left to live? Which, like, my God, if you want a book that fucks you right in the heart about that whole idea, there's, I think his name is Adam Silvera, and it's this book, it's like, oh, they both die at the end. Man, talk about a book if you need a cathartic cry. It is maybe that's my lady love. I loved that book. You find out because at midnight, everyone who dies that day gets a call. You don't know when, you don't know how, and all the way through the book, it's just...
I don't want that call.
Them living up their last 24 hours. He and this other boy, they're both in their teens, they end up falling for each other, and like they both got the call that day. And it's rough, but it's good. If you want to cry, it's really good.
Wait, so are you watching different people, or is the whole book the 24 hours after they get the call?
24 hours after these two boys get the call.
Whoa.
I think it might be from both of their points of views, but like they're in their, their late teens, and they're like, all right, well, I guess it's time to live our lives. Let's go live life.
Do they go to Six Flags or something? What do you do as a teenage boy if you find out?
They end up
that
going
you're
to
gonna
like
die.
museum, like this like fun jump place, because like there's a lot of things in place in this universe where like if you have the proof that it's your last day, you get in free, and like you get to jump the line and stuff like that. So they go do a bunch of fun stuff. Obviously, a lot of drama happens, and then let me tell you, the end fucked me up because I did not see it coming.
Oh no!
I mean, it's not a spoiler to say they both die at the end. It's literally the name of the book.
Yeah,
yeah.
It's so good. Anyway, so his health is deteriorating because he's not handling these trips as well. And also, he has no feet.
He doesn't have feet!
That's gonna make all of this a lot fucking harder. And like, my biggest thing is like, do you never see young Claire again? How did nobody know that you have no
last,
feet?
like 2 years of his life, he doesn't have feet.
Oh, it's not even close to 2 years. This all happens in the span of like 6 months.
Yeah.
Oh, that's better. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Frankly, that's better. Poor guy.
They end up...
Because I think he only sees her like once or twice with no feet.
I don't remember. I was sobbing, so I have no... Like, I literally just cried the last 3 hours of this book.
That's fair.
So they're both finding solace themselves. Like, Kimmy, God bless her in the book, rolls up in his base. When does the movie end? Just so I have that context. What's the last thing you see, Melody?
The last thing we see in the movie is the meadow. He comes back to, I think, 10-year-old Alba, finds her in the meadow with Gomez and Therese's 2 kids. They send those kids back to get the mom, and then he doesn't lift a fucking finger to try and make the run shorter for her as she runs all the way from the house to the meadow. They get like one
Melody,
hug.
How's he gonna run?
And I love you.
How's he gonna run with no feet? Oh, he still has feet in the movie. Never mind.
Yeah, they save his feet in the movie. So now it makes it even worse that he doesn't do anything to get to the house closer. No. And so she just she books it and she runs all the way to him. They get like a hug and I love you. And then he disappears in her arms.
Okay.
And then she and Alba embrace and then they walk back to the house. But Alba's 10 and she is 40 or something.
You just realized your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. Stop struggling to get your job post seen on other job sites. With Indeed sponsored jobs, your post jumps to the top of the page for your relevant candidates, so you can reach the people you want faster. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs posted directly on Indeed have 45% more applications than non-sponsored jobs. Don't wait any longer. Speed up your hiring right now with Indeed. And listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit to get your jobs more visibility at Indeed.com/ARTS. Just go to Indeed.com/ARTS right now and support our show by saying you heard about Indeed on this podcast. Terms and conditions apply. Hiring? Indeed is all you need.
Okay. So we've hit the end of the book, which is when I kind of thought that this was the end of the book, is he has found out that there's no cure. He's done the thing with Alba. He's done all of these things. He is really struggling with the fact that he has no feet, all of these things. And I've got this wrong. He doesn't get hypothermia in that scene where he gets shot. There's a scene where he and Claire are at home and they get a call and he's like, it's me. We have to get this parking garage. Something's wrong. And this is the only time I can think of in the book where we see him travel back to back. Like, he travels and then doesn't go home before traveling someplace else and coming back.
Yeah.
So he gets the hypothermia. That's when he loses his feet because he comes back to the present from being in this parking garage. They don't get to him in time and he can't, like... Fuck, what is the timeline, Krista? You haven't even reread this.
No, I haven't gotten to this part. I don't know exactly.
Okay, so, like... Anyway, he's just not doing well. Every time he time travels and comes back with no feet, he's in a rough shape. Because he can't feed himself, he can't run, he can't do anything, right?
He can't
There's
get
this
clothes.
also scene. Oh, I mentioned the cage earlier because this is how his work finds out and all of these things. He lives, and this was such a good, I hadn't really thought about this in the book. He mentions it at the beginning of the book with this job. He's like, the most terrifying place on earth is at my job. And it is a gigantic stairwell with a cage in the center to stop people from jumping or like falling over the side of the stairs. But there's no way out. And so if I get in there, I am stuck. Period. And so
they
then
have to
we
bring
have
like
this whole...
the jaws of life to get him out of the library.
Yeah.
Basically.
Well,
That's ridiculous.
So that's basically what gets talked about is he lands, and this was such a foreshadowing of like all of these fears that he has. This is towards the end of the book when he lands in the cage and everyone's like, what the actual fuck? Why is Henry DeTamble naked in the cage in the library?
And how? Because there's no doors.
And he's like, you're not going to believe me. And this is why I've never said this to you before. Because they've always been like, hey, why do you, like, they think he just has some weird kink. About running around naked in the stacks because they keep finding him getting redressed in the library.
Or just find his piles of clothes.
Because he's really good at his job. He's like, at one point his boss is like, we'd hate to lose you, you know?
Even though
You gotta stop coming on the books.
Oh my god.
There's this scene where he shows back up in a bathroom at work and he's like trying to be so quiet and then his boss, he doesn't know it's his boss at first, but somebody walks in, uses the restroom, and as they're about to leave, all of a sudden, achoo! And he's like, fuck. And the dude looks, it's his boss, he looks under the doors of the bathroom and he's like, Henry, do you know why so-and-so was walking into your office with a stack of clothes earlier today? And he's like, And his boss is like, okay, we'll have him bring you that stack of clothes, and I'd like to see you in my office. And when he gets to the office, he's like, the guy's like, can you just tell me what's wrong? And this is when we find out about the kink stuff, because he's like, we just thought it, like, it's a weird thing. But, like, you really have to stop, dude. You have to stop.
It's gone too far, Henry. Like, 3 strikes, you're out, or whatever. It's like 12 now.
Well, and the funniest part is apparently all the security guards, he's like, does this happen that often? And he's like, I mean, the security guards just don't do anything about it. Because, like, he makes so many comments throughout the thing. They're like, if you could get rid of one thing that humanity has created, everyone's like, war, and he's like, motion sensors. Motion sensors, because those, nowadays, I didn't have to worry about that in the 70s. But, like, nowadays, it turns on floodlights, and it turns on video cameras, and now all of a sudden there's a lot of proof that I'm doing some weird shit, like running around naked in the stacks.
All the time.
So he ends up in the cage, and this is when it really starts kind of falling down around him, because his current him shows up at work. And when he walks into his office, the guy's like, what?
How'd you get out of the cage?
What's up? Yeah, because everyone's like watching him walk past, and he's just like, morning.
Yeah. And they're like, I just fed you a cereal bar in the cage.
Your dick is out, bro.
You have feet right now. You didn't then.
Yeah.
He hasn't lost his feet at this point.
Yeah.
But anyway. Yeah. So they're like things. This is when they're dealing with their grief differently. And this is one of the scenes. This is when we learn a little bit. We see another scene with Gomez at some point, but we've kind of already talked about Gomez. So this is the point where we kind of figure out what happened with Ingrid. And this is what I'm saying, where there's a lot of things that have been building up over the course of the book that you're clocking that you don't register until it happens now. Like a lot of loose ends that are tied up. Because we know at this point that Ingrid is dead. Ingrid died by suicide sometime in the 90s. Okay. They have no idea what happened because that night she sent Celia away. And then the next day she was dead when Celia went back over, and there was no note. There was no nothing. And he, turns out, landed in her living room. She's not okay. Because and he realizes where he is. He hears her say, like, go ahead and go home, Celia. Like, it's fine. And then she comes in, and this is how we find out that she knows he time travels, because she clocked it. She heard a weird noise in the house, and she was like, Henry's here. She goes in, and he says, what day is it? Or like, when am I? And she says the date, and he in his head goes, oh my fucking God, this is the night that she dies.
Yeah.
Shit.
And at this point, we've seen the end of his foil with Gomez, supposedly.
That I don't know about.
Yes. But not the one that you don't know about. You think that Gomez is over. I'm telling you right now, you think Gomez is over at this point.
So he's done his, like, goodbye at his death or whatever, and you think that's the last part.
Not even that yet. But, like, the end of, like, the story of, like, Gomez's part in all of this stuff. This is leading up to this big goodbye. So you understand why all of these things are so important. Because this is the climax of the book of, I have the opportunity to say goodbye. He realizes, he says, when am I? She tells him, he realizes this is the day that Ingrid died. And he's like, well, I guess this makes sense why nobody knows, because she wasn't alone. We all thought, like, I can't believe she didn't leave a note. She did, but it was telling somebody something. It was speaking to somebody, because she is getting real mad. She still does a lot of drugs and stuff. And he's like, I mean, this is kind of the best place to pop up, because he's still, because he doesn't know the date at this point. He ends up taking some painkillers because, like, he's not feeling so hot. This is right after his surgery and all of that. He's just started recovering mentally from the fact that he has no feet. And he has accepted that the end of his life is coming, because he's in his early 40s and he knows that he's dying soon. And it's this whole, everything is just all coalescing all at once.
Okay.
And she's mad. And she's like, basically what Kristen said earlier. How could you? Like, I have always been there for you, and you just, this woman shows up and you drop me. Why did you tell me? And it's really hard. And then she pulls out a gun, and he thinks, because he knows he dies by a bullet.
He thinks she's going to shoot him.
This is when he dies. And he thinks that it's a murder-suicide.
Yeah.
And it ends up not being. She ends up dying by suicide, and he zippy-zaps out of there, and he's like, holy shit, if that's not it, what the fuck is it?
Yeah.
And then we keep going, and he knows that it's coming. He knows that when he disappears New Year's Eve, this is it. He knows that he doesn't make it into the next year.
Yeah.
And they throw this big New Year's Eve party.
Yep.
And he is kind of at a point where he is, he's just accepted.
Right.
That this is it.
Yeah.
And so he says goodbye to Gomez, and he says goodbye to everybody. And then finally, Claire finds him on the front porch on a chaise, on a chaise, and they're like cuddled up and so snuggly and in love. By the way, there's no quotes to this because I couldn't. All of the quotes that I would have kept from this book would just break me. And he is basically holding her, and it's in her point of view, and she suddenly realizes he's saying goodbye.
Yeah.
And it's devastating.
In the movie, she says, I wouldn't change a thing, and kisses him. And, like, their goodbye it's devastating.
I don't remember. All I know is that I was sobbing like a baby.
Sure, yeah.
And hearing
absolutely.
every third word. And then from inside, he can hear... Oh, they've also had this conversation of Therese being like, when you're gone, Gomez is going to choose... Like, all of this stuff.
Yeah.
And this is when they have this weird bro moment that you kind of talk... It's not weird. It's like this moment of thank you for everything. And he says he says goodbye to everybody. And then, like, the countdown is happening inside. 10, 9, 8, blah, blah, blah. And then at, like, 2... They're kissing, and he's gone.
Yeah.
And we see that he has
gone to that meadow, that clearing.
To the meadow.
That forest.
He gets shot. He dies. And God knows what happens to his body.
Oh, in the movie, he travels back while shot to the party. And everyone witnesses Claire
in the middle
and
of
Alba
the fucking living room,
holding him as he like chokes on his own blood and then dies.
Oh my God, how did I wipe that from my memory in less than 15 hours?
Yeah, it's bad.
I don't blame you.
It's not a nice memory.
That's awful. Yeah, that's what happens.
But they sort of
shows
get that
back
goodbye.
up.
Yeah.
And then we see he's such an asshole.
That's,
for doing this to Claire, because he basically, before he leaves, is like, go out and live your life. And she doesn't, he's like, this is the last time, basically. And then we see a bunch of scenes of him spending time with Alba doing things where, like, they're at the beach and he's still teaching her. And this is when we find out that, like, he'll show up and so she'll just go home. Because, like, we see this scene where he doesn't even know he's, like, 24 partying with Ingrid. And they're drunk and high looking for their car. And then he sees this, like, little girl with long black hair across the street in, like, a weird outfit.
Yeah.
And, Ingrid is like, hey, hun, like, do you need help to get where you're going? And she's like, no, I'm right where I was trying to be, but I guess I'm too early.
Stop it.
Yeah. And so he's like, that's weird. Fuck.
Yeah. How logistically does he get the child away from the mother without seeing the mother?
Because they don't see each other in her timeline. They time travel together. She comes and finds him.
Yeah.
When he's in his in between. And so, like, that's part of it, is, like, he can't see her because he's not in her timeline. And this makes me wonder, like, how...
But then he knew about Alba the whole time. If he's been teaching her, how did he not know about Alba the whole fucking time? Because
it's when he's older. I think it's during this whole time. Like, when he knows he's dying. He knows that the girl lives. He dies when she's 5, so in those 5 years, he has 5 years to travel with her every once in a while.
Yeah.
He leaves her videos on how to do certain things and notes on, like, this is what you do in this situation.
So are you telling me that they each go to, like,
The same
1982 at the same time?
Yeah.
Instead of, like, him going to her or her going to wherever his timeline is?
I think, so the way that I've rationalized the way time travel works as far as he and Alba are concerned at the end of this book.
Here we go.
Is, and it makes sense to me for she's looking for him. Like when she shows up and she says, you're not, I don't think that she's actively trying to go necessarily to specific times and places. She's trying to go to him.
The homing beacon is him, not
and so
a
like
time.
sometimes when she's like, sometimes it doesn't work. My suspicion is that when she travels to that time and place looking for him, he's not anywhere in that time or place because he's moved.
Yeah.
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 And so, and then it ends with, it's from Claire's point of view. And she's 82.
She hasn't seen him since he died.
She's been missing him for...
I will flip every table in the universe. What the fuck?
Well, she saw him at the museum, but only that one time.
Mm-hmm.
As
when
she
Alba was like
flies
8.
at him and then he disappears. Good
Yes.
fuck.
Yeah.
You just realized your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. Stop struggling to get your job post seen on other job sites. With Indeed sponsored jobs, your post jumps to the top of the page for your relevant candidates, so you can reach the people you want faster. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs posted directly on Indeed have 45% more applications than non-sponsored jobs. Don't wait any longer. Speed up your hiring right now with Indeed. And listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit to get your jobs more visibility at Indeed.com/ARTS. Just go to Indeed.com/ARTS right now and support our show by saying you heard about Indeed on this podcast. Terms and conditions apply. Hiring? Indeed is all you need.
Well, and I think that occasionally she'll see a young Henry because he doesn't know that he's avoiding her, I guess. What the fuck is wrong with you, bro? Either end it or don't, okay? Don't leave the, asshole. But
I mean, okay. To make sure we don't strip Claire of agency, she's also not getting mad enough at him to be like, fuck you.
Yeah.
I deserve happiness, and I'm going to have a new relationship because you refuse to see me in my new timeline. Like, go fuck yourself.
Well, so it is...
That's the way it's implied in the movie. That does not happen in the book.
So in the book, I think there's a scene, all we see at the very end is there's a scene where she's like in her late 30s and she starts art for the first time again. And she's doing art and thinking about him and their life together. And it's this whole idea of like, would you rather have loved and lost kind of thing, I guess, is the idea here. And like, she just knows that like, she'll probably see him occasionally as she gets older. But I think that she just has made this decision, like, to give her agency. Like, she has chosen, like, she knows this is the end, right? But she does it because the last date she knows somehow, I don't know how, but somehow she's 82 and it's from her point of view. And she's sitting on a porch looking at a lake. And it's the last time they ever see each other. And he shows up. And he's 43. And they spend time and then the book is over. And then there's some really sad, impactful quotes at the end that I was fine through. I was fine.
Okay. What else is there? Because you got to tell us about the Gomez thing.
What happened with Gomez?
The Gomez thing, right after he's dead, she's grieving him. Oh my God, how did I forget this? She's grieving him, and Gomez makes a move when she drops off Alba. Charisse has taken the kids. She's waiting to, like, whatever. Gomez makes a move, and this was brutal to fucking listen to. It's from her point of view, obviously. And she's like, I'm just gonna pretend this is Henry.
No!
She lets him fuck her on his kitchen table, or her kitchen table or something, imagining that it's Henry.
Ew.
And she's like, Henry's hands, Henry's mouth, Henry's cock, and that...
Claire, that's cruel!
And then
Not
she
to Gomez,
like,
everyone
to
involved.
Charisse.
Well, then she hears the front door open. She snaps out of it. And she's like, oh my fucking God, I can't believe I let this happen. Like, I understand that I'm grieving, but that was even fucked up by my standards.
Yeah.
And she looks at Gomez and she's like, this can never happen again. And he's like, but... And she's like, nope. No. No, you have Charisse. You have children with Charisse. And I don't love you like that.
Right.
And so then, and that's, I don't remember all of the exact, whatever. But like,
does Charisse find out?
No.
I hope not, kind of.
No,
Okay,
not as
good.
far as we know. Anyway.
Oh.
I remember what it is, because this is after her grief, and she is now she's just accepted, oh yeah, Henry's an asshole. Because what happens is, before he sees her, like maybe a time after he dies, like one time when she's still young, right after his death, and he basically is like, or maybe it's while they're on the chair cuddling, I think he's basically giving her hope for a life, because he's like, the next and last time I ever see you, you are gray-haired, and you've lived a really good life, and like, I didn't even
Is that
realize it
true,
was you.
though?
Yeah, because the last scene is her waiting for him when she's 82. And he comes around
And he doesn't realize it's Claire?
At first, he's like, who's that? And then he realizes that it's her, and he's like, you live a really long, happy life. And that's the last time, or the next time I see you. So she knows that she's not going to see him for like 50 years. Girl,
Jesus.
come on. Anyway.
Does she move on? Do you know?
No, it's from her point of view. She lived her life, and she had a good life, and now she gets to see the love of her life one last time.
Woof.
Really it's rough. Anyway.
Woof. What a fun episode we have delivered on this day. What a goddamn delight.
For those of you that were like Melody, and they were like, I'm never going to read this book.
Yeah, this seems like it's going to wrench my heart out for no fucking reason whatsoever. Why would I do that to myself, I said.
Multiple times.
Multiple times. Not only multiple times in the book, but then multiple times, like,
in the episode.
in life.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah,
I'm an
in the
emotional
episode.
wreck at the end of this.
I did spontaneously sob on a dime.
To be fair, this is so calm compared to how I was last night at 1 a.m.
I'm sure.
Sitting in my armchair with all 3 dogs. I would just randomly burst out. Like, I was just kind of constantly leaking. And then I would randomly, like, burst out, like, no. And, like, the
poor
dogs,
dogs.
all 3 dogs are snuggled up with me, and they would just, like, turn around, like, look up at me from where they were. The first, like, 2 or 3 times I did it, they'd be like, you good? And then they just stopped reacting because they were like, oh, this is just how tonight is.
This is our life now. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so
For
much
anyone
to whoever
curious-
wrecked this. Forced
For
me
anyone
to
curious,
experience it.
cotton washcloths that you knit yourself while you're listening to a podcast are really good at wiping up tears. They're very
There you go.
absorbent.
The washcloths that you made with your hands.
That's right.
Wow.
Anyway. All right.
What's your lady love, everyone?
Mine's a cathartic cry. When you can't actually cry about what you need to cry about, but by God, those emotions have got to go somewhere.
Yeah.
You know what? Mine is a cathartic cry forced out of you by a 5-star recommendation, I guess.
Ugh. Yeah. Or like soldiers being reunited with their family videos or whatever.
Fuck. Anyway, what's your lady love?
Hey, everyone. My lady love is chia seed pudding. It's my new favorite thing, and Valor usually eats at least 3/4 of every serving I make. So she's also on board. You take chia seeds. I use like the full fat coconut milk because it's just like, oh, it's so good. But that and honey and cinnamon and like any other spices you want. And then a lot of times I'll do half coconut milk, like half almond milk, so it's not like super thick because the chia seeds are going to make it thick once they hydrate. And man, it's just like the most delicious little tapioca almost situation. Wow.
Oh,
hey, it's a
tapioca?
wonderful snack.
That sounds good.
I mean,
It's tapioca-esque?
I mean, it's
got a similar texture. It's gotta.
Yeah.
Once they hydrate, they'll be kind of bouncy.
Have you ever
like
had
that.
chia seeds?
No, not in. I've
Okay.
had them in like a smoothie, but not just like in a yogurt.
Okay. So, yeah, in a smoothie, they would be blended up after puffing up.
And,
So, yeah, they turn
well, they
into like
remind me
little
of
balls.
like raspberry seeds in a smoothie, and I hate that.
Oh.
Mm.
So I like the idea of if they get a little soft and puffy. I'm into that.
Yeah, because you don't have to chomp down on it, which is important. If you don't want to, you can just like, mouth it a bit and then swallow it.
Gum it.
Yeah, gum it pretty good and then swallow it. Yeah. I'm a big fan, and it's like protein that you wouldn't get in any other kind of pudding. So that's fun. And I think it might be a superfood or something, Like, great.
Chia seeds are,
great stuff.
for sure.
Yeah. Chia seed pudding.
I do have a question. Are chia seeds literally the same thing that chia pets are
Yeah.
crafted from? Fascinating.
Yeah. Yep.
They're very good for you.
They're yum, and they're so good for your
like
body.
I've had them, just not something like that. Usually I eat them in a smoothie or something because I'm like, oh, well, I guess I should probably have more protein in this.
You're forcing some nutrients into your body.
Yeah. It's that or death.
Totally. I add it to brown rice too when I cook rice. And that's a very yummy combination that I wouldn't have seen coming. Thank you so much, Mama Chen. My mother-in-law turned me on to that. So it's brown rice, some chia seeds, a little bit of oil, some garlic powder, and then once it's all steamed up, you put some salt on it. Delicious. Anyway, chia seeds, I guess, is my lady love.
What's your lady love, Kristen?
K-pop demon hunters.
K-pop demon hunters.
Fair.
So good.
It's so good. It's the new
been
obsession
listening
in
to
my
the
house for
soundtrack.
sure.
Yeah. All week. Multiple times a day. I'm surprised my coworkers haven't kicked me out of the office.
Are you just playing it out loud in your office?
Not loud, but sometimes, yeah.
Okay.
But not in
Love
headphones
that.
sometimes.
In headphones sometimes, too.
Hey, I
Love it.
actually haven't watched that yet.
No! Sabrina, we should
so
do a
good.
group watch. It's so good.
Oh, it's
it's
so
one of those movies, it's like such a... I've seen it sort of described as like almost a romantasy in K-pop form. It's it's like very much the journey of the female protagonist, and there like is a love interest, and like that, you know, turns out in a very interesting way. And the music and the animation is so good. It's one of those situations where like the beat combined with the animation of like the girls walking or whatever and their hips moving just makes me want to take over the whole world. You know, it just makes me feel like so pumped up and I can do anything, you know?
Yeah.
It's great.
It's so good.
It's so good.
And those demons are so hot.
So hot. I never thought I would like a hat like that, turns out.
They're
Sexy.
such weird hats.
Shockingly
Very sexy
sexy.
on those demons. With
Yeah.
tusks. Yeah, it's a good thing.
The fucking tusks, the way that they just get like glow in the dark goddamn tattoos all over their body. Why is the world so unfair that doesn't exist in my life? Why am I not tattooed in purely gold dust and or glow in the dark sparkles? Wait, these are the questions I have late at night for the universe. Okay. Yeah. The marks. Oh my God. And there's so many different songs and they each have like a totally different flavor that brings out like different facets of K-pop and like the K-pop, you know, genre as a whole. Oh my God. Every once in a while, I'll just like be sitting there and I'll suddenly go, "You're my soda pop." And like, why? Out of the blue. Oh.
And Kristen, I don't know if you could tell your lady love is co-signed. I don't know. Like, I don't know.
Lady love?
I don't know.
I've been stressing about it all week, so I'm so glad.
Oh my God. It's so good. And like the self-acceptance that has to happen for the ending to go, y'all.
It's such a good message.
It's such a lady love.
It is. It
yeah.
is.
Big fan. Big fan. Sabrina, you gotta watch it.
You gotta watch it.
Both of you, literally, if there's any two people in the universe that knows this about me, it's the two of you. I don't watch shit on my own.
I know, Valerie.
I know. You
I
put
know,
your
Sabrina.
Kindle on your 50-inch television.
Oh,
Yeah.
55-inch. It's fucking
You've got
great.
a brand new TV that does cool stuff.
Yeah, the cool stuff
And you have my
is
Netflix password for like 9 more days. Get the fuck on it.
I also, to be clear, Kristen lives 10 minutes away from me now.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Kristen, drag her kicking and screaming into your house.
We have a lot of things to watch.
and then
K-pop
sit
Demon
on
Hunters.
her and put on
Princess
K-pop
Bride.
Demon Hunter. What? Sabrina, you've
Time
never
travel
seen Princess
television
Bride?
show.
Do not fucking blaspheme my name, Kristen, and make Melody immediately. Melody
I'm
just
so sorry.
dropped
I'm so
on.
sorry. Sabrina has seen it, but we have another friend who hasn't seen it, so we made like a watch party.
Okay.
plan.
That's all.
Perfect.
Sorry.
Okay, no,
Melody
I'm fine.
was about
Everything's
to
fine over here.
Crawl out of that
so
fucking
sorry.
screen.
I was,
and
yeah. Whew.
Wreck me. I saw
It was
the
touch and
minute,
go for a second there.
I understand.
The minute you said "and the Princess Bride," I could feel the earth tremble beneath my feet because Melody, in her fury, was about to fall upon my home from 2,000 miles away.
It was going to be like a frogs and locusts kind of a situation.
You, when you say a statement like that, you really need to clarify before it leaves your mouth that I have in fact seen The Princess Bride. I've read the book multiple times.
Oh, wow. I haven't.
All right. So
I've read
you're
the
up
book
with
multiple times before I ever even knew there was a movie.
Oh, that's awesome.
I loved
That's
that
awesome.
book growing up.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay, so K-pop Demon Hunter.
Man, that's a book I'd rather do than this book.
Chia seeds.
For damn sure.
Okay, K-pop Demon Hunter, chia seeds, and just a cathartic cry.
Yeah.
You know?
Just
Honestly, all at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
no, I
honestly
did.
sounds
I
great.
did cry in K-pop Demon Hunters.
Yes.
I was like, the
cry-
radical self-love really
cry
got me.
Into your bowl of chia seeds and
Yes.
yogurt. That gives you the salt.
Yes. Yeah.
While you watch this movie.
You gotta replenish those
Okay.
electrolytes. Truly.
Penis. All right, listener.
Keeping
a badass. Love yourself as much as you love everybody coming in from a different place, you know? Not a single one of us.
Love yourself as much as you love having two friends who like something and accept you shitting on it for a cool 3 hours. And
To be
still
fair-
being friends. I'm just saying thank you so much to both of you for letting me process this.
How about an addendum to that? Love yourself as much as you love shitting on something that you really enjoyed.
Yeah, that's also fun.
Yeah.
We acknowledge your faults, the time traveler's wife. And you still won't let us out of your web.
Kristen, what did you tell Sabrina earlier this week? Love yourself as much as you love being in an abusive relationship with a book.
For sure. This story definitely has seen an
You just can't stay away.
You can't.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to let you stay away because now we have a TV show and a movie to watch.
But first, you're going to watch K-pop Demon Hunters, and that's the law.
Right.
All right. Bye.
Love you, bye. Chaos. That was
chaos. Start to finish chaos. I don't regret it, though. Thank you for joining us. Next week, we'll be back with our discussion on the classical retelling of the Hades and Persephone tale, Receiver of Many by Rachel Alexander. Heaving Bosoms is produced by us, Melody Carlisle and Sabrina Bradley. Editing is done by me, Melody Carlisle. Our theme music is by the incredible singer-songwriter Brittany Fonts, and our art is by the ultra-talented author Kate Pryor. If you like our show, remember to follow us on your favorite podcast app, rate us 5 stars, and leave a review. That one small action is a huge way to help the show. If you want to get in touch with us for advertising inquiries or anything else, you can email us at heavingbosomspodcast@gmail.com. If you want more of us, visit patreon.com/heavingbosomspodcast. You can also find us on Instagram at Heaving Bosoms, on TikTok at Heaving_Bosoms, and in our Facebook group, the Heaving Bosoms Geriatric Friendship Cult. See you next week.
Life is a workout, and Smoothie King is here to help you power through. Whether you're crushing morning miles or sprinting through back-to-back meetings, give your body the energy, protein, and power it needs to help you conquer your goals. Only at Smoothie King.